Just
we didn't say spoiler.
We didn't say spoilers. My bad. So we've been spoiling this for the past 5 minutes. This is why they can't let us do our own thing, because we don't know how to do it right. What's up, Internet World? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Lauren.
I'm Avery.
You want to start over?
We got Leroy over there bothering us.
Right.
But this is our show now.
Right. We're taking over today. The kids are at play.
What we doing here today, man?
Dang. Oh, we're reviewing the Black Mirror 5th season.
Black Mirror, because they say we're always like on our phones, so it's
the
just
Black Mirror, you know. These episodes are so real. Before we get to any spoilers, we saw 3 episodes. There was 3 episodes this season, which normally is like, what, 3 or 4 episodes?
Usually, I'm trying to think about 5 or... Well, it might be about 3 or 4. It's been very few. And this is the less we've had. But I think these have been some of the longer episodes.
Because they're about an hour and some change.
Yeah, so, I mean, that makes up for it in some way.
Yeah.
First episode that starts off is the video game episode.
Sniping
Vipers.
Is that it?
Hold on.
Striking
Vipers. Sniping Vipers. That sounds
I don't know.
So like some of like a Xbox, like Call of Duty.
Sniping Vipers.
Yeah, Striking Vipers.
Overall, from all 3 of these episodes, I feel like they were real. They hit you right where they, you know, because Black Mirror is all about getting you to be aware and awake when it comes to your connection with technology and how it can change lives.
Black Mirror always does a good job of being right on the edge of, man, this is too crazy to happen. But this is kind of so much to reality that it could happen. Because we know how with video games now, interaction is like they got the VRs and stuff, how you can look. This is kind of how this episode goes. So we have girl from Sleepy Hollows. We got Falcon, a.k.a. Black Captain America. And we got Black Manta in this episode.
Man! I was trying to figure out where she was from, too.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollows, I remember it. You know, at first, it was crazy. I was like, was that the girl from Luke Cage, Misty Knight? But I was like, no, that's Sleepy Hollows.
She kind of like Nola off of She Gotta Have It.
A little bit.
And because that's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, Nola here? But no, it wasn't.
She's Gotta Have It review. That's a whole different.
That's a whole nother. Which I haven't finished it, but.
It's not that. Anyway, but back to Black Mirror. Okay, so the first episode, I enjoyed it. Striking Vipers. Basically, just a quick little breakdown. Anthony Mackie, you know, we know him from Avengers as Falcon. He's in this, and I forgot. Thank you for going to IMDb.
Yeah, I'm going to IMDb because I don't know nobody's names.
The lady from Sleepy Hollow. It's it starts off with them as doing a little role play in their relationship in a club. So we see that they're an item. Goes to like a few years later, maybe like a few months. I forgot. Some time passed.
A couple years, like they got kids now.
Yeah, they got kids. And one of their old friends, their old friends comes to the birthday party, and he was rooming with them back then. So this is a close friendship that this guy's had. So the guy presents him with this video game called Striking Vipers. And we know in Black Mirror with some of these video games or whatever, these reality things with computers and stuff, they put the little chip to their head, and it basically just...
Which was kind of that same... That was the same chip as the other episode from, I think, season 4 with...
that guy who got chosen to try out the video game.
Yeah, and they went out to... You can go back.
Oh, yeah.
You can go back to the other... Because they had, like, other episode lists if you just scroll down. But it was the episode where it was kind of like the Star Trek... episode, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
USS Callister. Yep, that's the one where they had that same kind of, you can be immersed into this.
And you can feel it.
You can feel it. So Striking Vipers is kind of like Street Fighter.
Yeah, basically Street Fighter.
Basically Street Fighter, yeah. And so they get in the game and round 1, let's fight.
Right, and Anthony Mackie's character... I'm calling Falcon because his mama named Falcon.
I'm gonna call him Falcon.
They bring up this old game that they used to play back when they was all roomed in together. Now we talked about how the augmentation, whatever you want to call it, they're merging the game. One of the guys, he plays just, he chooses Street Fighter,
Roxanne,
like a Ryu
or
type
Roxette
guy.
or whatever.
Yeah, and the other guy chooses a girl fighter. They start fighting a little bit. and all of a sudden round 2 happens.
Yeah. Take it to the next level.
And they get intimate. Understand, this is one guy who's married with a wife.
Yeah. And so they're virtually having this relationship virtually. And so it comes into question, okay, is this okay? Is it cheating? Because
let me ask you something. You go around in the living room.
No, because it's a virtual video. It's not happening in real life. Obviously, there's some emotional connection there, though.
There's a lot of connections. They can feel it.
They can feel it.
Oh my
We don't get into the details, but it was a very. I thought it was a cool episode.
It's definitely cool, and it makes your mind wonder, like, why did somebody put this in the game?
Right. Why is this? But then it's like when you. Unfortunately, the internet always leads to some mess for some people.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? It's not just straightforward. Here, just Google this. You know, things pop up sometimes. Like, whoa, I didn't mean to Google that, but that's what came up, and you know. So I think it was a real testament of how technology ends up always going to.
Is that the message that you think they're trying to?
I don't know. I don't know what the message is.
Oh man, we didn't say spoiler.
We didn't say spoilers. My bad. So we've been spoiling this for the past 5 minutes. This is why they can't let us do our own thing, because we don't know how to do it right.
We're gonna insert a clip beforehand, be like, spoilers in 3, 2.
Wait.
What you do? You throwing up game, son?
Anyway, just the spoilers. We spoiling right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know what I don't know what the end goal for this one was, other than because at the end we saw that him and the best friend came together and said, okay, they met in the rain and was like, look, kiss me and see if this is real. See if we have any kind of connection, any kind of fireworks in real life
video game.
Outside the video game. They said they didn't.
It was cool.
Who knows? I thought they did, so I was like, dang, I don't know if that was a real test, but then, you know, his wife saying what happened, he told her.
Yeah. And at least he was honest about that. Well,
finally, like, 9 months after they had, they had a baby and everything, or they were getting ready to have a baby, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, they had that baby.
But I think, that ending scene where it's like, okay, give me the ring for the night, and he gets to play the game once a year. I think that's...
I think it was once a month.
I don't know. Was it once a...
I think
it looked like a birthday kind of situation.
It might have been.
I don't know how many times I've allowed this.
We're just flabbergasted by the whole just idea of these episodes better than the details. Y'all can talk more about the details in the comments.
Let us know what you think they were the message they were trying to get across for that episode.
Is it cheating if it's just virtual intimacy?
Right.
That's the question that we have for y'all.
Right. But again, he was emotionally connected to him and wasn't to his wife.
Right.
So it's just like, I don't know. I think it is.
No video game should have that power.
Yeah.
So now every time I'm playing like Mortal Kombat or something, and one of my boys pick Katana or Devore, I'm looking at like, hey, bro.
Yo, he said he messed with a polar bear in there.
Polar bear.
That got me.
My man said he couldn't do nothing with the polar bear.
Man. Too much.
Next episode.
The second episode, Smithereens. I thought this one was the most real episode in the season because I've had situations, and I'm sure you probably had this situation too, where you're driving home from work, you know your route, maybe you're on the highway, maybe you're on a back road close to your house, I don't know. Yeah. You see a notification on your phone, look down, and 30 seconds later, you look up. Yeah. And you realize I wasn't looking down for 30 seconds. Yeah. Or looking at the road for 30 seconds. And, being able to disconnect, I think, is the most empowering thing when you can disconnect from social media and your phone. Do. It's super hard to do.
Because there's so much.
And as they said in the episode, they make it addictive. This is social media is supposed to be addictive. Yeah. And so Smithereens goes into that. We have a character, his name's Andrew Scott, who plays Chris Gilhaney. And Chris is, he takes the intern from Smithereens, who he thinks is, somebody big because he had the suit on. He was like, oh, y'all look like little kids.
Not saying because he's like black.
No, because he has the suit on. Which I've seen some of our interns dressed in suits, and I'm like, bro, what y'all doing?
I definitely dressed in a suit my first day here. I had black suits.
I did too, though. I had like blazers. I don't even wear blazers anymore.
Look like you about to sell some real estate.
The real estate pose, you know?
Oh.
But that's how, you know, you dress for the part you want, job that you want, not the one you have, you know.
So he's upset at social media for basically ruining his life. But he still feels some type of, I guess, responsibility or towards himself for letting it happen.
Yeah. Because he never told anybody that he was the one that looked down while him and his wife were driving home from wherever they were. Mm-hmm. And that's why they got in the accident. Not because the drunk driver was out there.
Yeah.
Which, who knows if the drunk driver would have, if they were drunk enough to, you know, I don't know. I don't know what their blood alcohol content was, but they were considered drunk. Yeah. And so they were blamed for that accident and his fiance's death.
How close do you think this situation is, like, to our reality now?
I think it's real. I think that the fact that you can get so distracted from social media or by social media, it's real. And there was a moment in the episode where he was sitting in like a coffee shop or something, and everybody's phones were going off. There was that constant buzzing sound, and we even saw him doing those meditations in the car just to be silent. But I mean, dude, I hear buzzing all the time. Yeah. And that's why I was like, man, this episode, not that I was going to, you know, end up being this person, but I'm just saying social media has such an impact, and our phones have such an impact on our lives that it's hard to disconnect. And then when you do, you're like, well, am I missing out? Yeah. No, you're just living your life. Because we were fortunately raised during a time when these weren't, you know,
right.
Super, like, when we were in school, elementary school, middle school, high school. I mean, I had a phone in high school. But it was one of those, like...
It was no smartphone.
It wasn't a smartphone.
Say that. My first phone was a prepaid phone.
Prepaid?
A little flip.
Yeah. Wait, the Razor?
No, not the Razor. Okay. It was like maybe like a T-Mobile phone. I don't know. It's like, I cherish that phone because my first phone had to make them calls after 9 o'clock. But now, literally, babies have a smartphone in their hand, like, out of the womb. And they understand it. Like, they know if I press this image on this screen, something's gonna pop up. And once, like, from that day forward, it's like they're connected to it, and it's hard to cut off, man.
It is.
I heard somebody have a conversation one day that maybe years down the line, they're gonna be like, cell phones or like social media will be like the new cigarettes, and there's gonna be campaigns and stuff like that of like.
I think there's already kind of campaigns, you know, or at least individuals saying, I'm gonna do a Facebook fast, or I'm not gonna be on Instagram, because I know. At the beginning of the year, I was off of social media for a month. And I think the year before that, I was like off of social media for a month. So
how do you feel about people announcing they're taking a social media break?
See, I feel like you asking for attention. So I did that one time though, just to, you know, don't hit me up on here if you really want to get, you know, see me or, you know, hear from me. Yeah. You can message me in other ways because I won't be on here. But then it's also like, y'all asking for, you know, you get the question like, what's wrong? And are you okay? Yes! I am perfectly fine. I just don't want to be bothered with this.
Just need a break. But unfortunately in our jobs,
we gotta be connected. And so, I mean, I'm connected on my work phone, but sometimes my personal phone is off. Cut it off. Hey, you need to cut it.
But Smithereens overall, a decent episode. To me, I won't say least interesting, but not... If I had to go in order, it's the Striking Vipers first, then the
Ashley O.
The Ashley O.
episode,
and then Smithereens. But quick note, shout out to Topher Grace for this little small.
But wasn't it a lace front?
That ain't his hair. He spent a good amount of time in that chair, and they put that wig on him.
Oh man, I just looked at his hair. I was like, man. Oh, Rachel, Jack, and Ashley too. Yeah, but Topher Grace's hair and Smithereens, man, that's a lace front. If you don't know what a lace front is, you already on YouTube. Go ahead and just type that in, and you'll see a whole bunch of lace front wigs, installations, people laying their edges, because that was a lace front. If it wasn't, let us know. I don't know, but yeah, let us know.
Holla at us. Let us know the details.
Let us know if you had a lace front, bro. No shade if you did. We just noticed it. It wasn't a bad one though. It wasn't bad. It had the little like baby hairs and.
Definitely something different from that 70s show, man. Ooh. But yeah, Smithereens, I think the thing that we can take from that is that we sometimes just need to stay away from social media. Like, it's always going to be there.
But it's not necessarily social media's fault because we have, so if anything, you know, this guy had this terrible accident and his fiance died, that wasn't social media's fault. That wasn't Smithereens' fault. No. That was his fault for looking down in the phone, you know, while you're driving. Yeah. But you have to be able to make those decisions in terms of, I'm not going to look at my social media here, or I'm going to take a break here, or it's not going to consume my life. Because a lot of times it consumes people's lives.
Absolutely. But, and they just can't stop. They be itching. Like,
yeah, I need it.
I need them likes.
These are life lessons, though.
Yeah, Black Mirror does a good job with life lessons. All right, anything else, Smithereens?
No, I think that's. I mean, he was on a mission.
Yeah, he was very persistent.
He was so mad when he realized that kid was an intern.
Yeah, he was like, oh.
But he had been waiting for to find somebody to snatch from Smithereens.
Yeah.
Good job, man. Good job.
Good job with kidnapping him, holding him at gunpoint. All the guns.
And you saw the news was out there. You saw the kids on the cell phone, like basically updating their Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy how social media came right back into play during this whole thing.
Because on one hand, it's a good thing. One hand, we need to know what's happening in the world, but on the other hand, it's addicting.
Yeah, but that situation was just a bit unrealistic to me. Like, how the kids were so close to them cops that they
kept telling these kids to go home too.
They
kids like, yo, my bike up there, I ain't going home until I get my bike. But
my mama paid for that bike.
I can't go home.
I ain't leaving.
But I mean, they were on their phones with the video out.
Yeah.
I think. It was crazy. And then, like, the news, you know how we do. We go out there and we interview people in the scene. Mm-hmm. So they're like, yeah, man, you know. But he knew that they were listening in. He knew that, you know, they knew he said he didn't have a real gun. And so he knew immediately when they posted that. It's just crazy. And the fact that, I don't know how real this is. Probably really real. But it definitely makes you question the ability for them to listen in while he was on the phone. Was it just on hold or the whole time? I think it was because I don't know. I don't know how that's happened in his phone.
Remember.
But
when old Topher, the Bill Barr character, which had gotten mentioned in, I said Bill Barr.
Bauer,
I think so, who got mentioned in some other episode of Black Mirror, which we like to see too, because Black Mirror episodes, it's like they're not all exact. Well, in a way they're kind of connected, but
they have they have different directors, different actors, different budgets or stuff. Yeah. But they still have a way to put in little Easter eggs, and so we did see that in Smithereens, like in the Smithereen backdrop when they were in the, I guess, showing the hashtags. Yeah. There was a hashtag that dealt with the Prime Minister from the first episode of Black Mirror, which I almost didn't watch Black Mirror because I watched that episode first. Yeah, and I was like, nah, dog. But yeah, there were a couple Easter eggs, not many that we caught on to, but the internet has told us there are 100 or something Easter eggs.
It's literally just like a sprinkle.
It's like a little sprinkle that you gotta just know all the names, every character, every
which I can
episode name.
I can respect.
That's cool.
But all the people would be like, "Oh, how could you miss this?"
Yeah,
like, fam, come on, I'm just trying to enjoy the episode.
I'm an average viewer, right?
Like, chill. All right, and for the third and final episode of season 5, Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2.
I like this one. Yeah.
Performance from Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I was like, is that Miley?
That's Miley.
It is Miley.
Singing Breaking Ball.
Was singing some random song they kept playing over and over again.
So this episode, basically, Miley Cyrus plays this pop star who's gotten real big. Her aunt, who's her manager in the episode, basically is taking advantage of her, don't really care about her, just cares about using her to, make money. We've seen that.
They debuted that Ashley 2 doll.
Yep, Ashley 2 tall. I said 2 tall.
Ashley
2 doll. Almost kind of like if an Alexa or Google Home could move like a robot.
Which they can now, but I mean, yeah. So again, this is something that could really happen because we know about celebrities that get taken advantage of by their family members or feel like they're not happy where they are and they have to keep playing up this persona of who they're not. So we've seen that before. Yeah. We've also seen this kind of technology that. Have you ever sat and talked to Siri before? Like, had a conversation with Siri? Yeah. Basically Siri. And not that Siri was my best friend, like this
you
little
remember,
girl in the show.
It was some type of, app or something. It's like Simi. Like you could text like the little robot or whatever, and it would have a conversation with you. I remember a lot of people were doing that just to see like reactions. Basically, this is just little artificial intelligence, and they came up with some crazy way how they had the real Ashley, Miley Cyrus's character, in the robot.
Yeah.
So it's all.
It's like they took her brain and cloned it or something like that.
Yeah, I was flabbergasted with it.
And then once the two girls, Rachel and Jack, once they figured out, I don't know if they were trying to charge her, like reboot her because she fell off the thing and was like, oh.
Yeah.
You know, so they rebooted her and they were like, oh. So there's a lot going on in this episode. So you got Rachel and Jack. So Rachel is a little girl who, I guess is in middle school, high school?
This looks
high
like
school,
maybe early high school.
Early high school, like but she's kind of, you know, a loner, not a lot of friends. So their
mother has passed away.
That's
affected them.
She doesn't really have a good connection with her sister right now because her mother passed away. So her sister is reserved and only playing the guitar and is kind of into like, you know, more heavy metal goth type. But you know, they're each coping in their own way. Yeah. And so Rachel gets the Ashley 2 doll
because she's a huge Ashley fan.
Yeah, like knows all the songs. You know, follows Ashley, posters everywhere. And then she basically has these conversations with the Ashley 2, who is one of those, like her persona is, you can do it, you know, put your mind to it, you're great, this is perfect, you want to do a makeover?
You can try.
Yeah, you can do it. So Rachel decides she wants to participate in the talent show at school, which there could have been so many other ways this episode could have gone.
Yeah.
There were so many
I thought they were going to put like a Napoleon Dynamite.
Right.
And have the crowd just clap for her. But no, she falls on stage and like one or two people was just like, well, yeah, she tried.
Yeah. She ran off stage, fell, you know. Meanwhile, she got this purple wig on in the sequence and she don't even talk to people. So she up there doing these moves that don't really look like much. She ain't
doing no pat, pat, clap, clap.
All right. Okay. Alright. But she wasn't doing that.
While this is happening, Ashley in real life is getting sick. Her no good aunt basically poisons her and puts her in a coma.
Yep.
Because her aunt has this plan of basically taking her dreams, like however she is in this coma, and making music from it.
Because she came out and said that she always gets her inspiration from her dreams. Like, that was in one of the interviews. Like, oh, yeah, I get inspired by what's in my dreams. And she was writing all these depressing songs while she was awake and not taking her medication. And so Auntie, you know, makes her take all of it. But in the beginning of the episode, or sometime towards the beginning, we hear that she needs 10 more songs for an album in order to complete the contract or whatever. And so, but she coming up with these, you know, sad songs. Yeah. And so she's in a coma. And they're getting these songs from her, and they're gonna basically do a virtual Ashley tour, Ashley Eternal or Eternal Ashley or something like that.
Something like that, but it just ain't right.
It's not right. And so the girls who are Rachel and her sister who are fans of Ashley, Jack not that much, but Rachel is. Yeah. They figure out that she's not okay. They gotta go rescue her. So they rescued her or whatever.
Because the doll, which is implanted with Ashley's brain somehow.
Full brain. They got to the full brain access.
Tells her, hey, my body's in trouble. Yeah. We need to go help and save me. Yep. So they take, they head that way to the house. The Ashley doll knows, of course, where she lives. Because it's her, basically, in a little robot body. They go to the house. They find a way to basically sneak in. The little doll basically unplugs Ashley.
She's like, I'm gonna kill her
from the bed.
I don't want myself to be like this.
Rachel and Jack like, what just happened? Ashley just like, listen, I don't want none of this.
But that ends up getting her out of the coma, and then she ends up being like, yo, we need to go to this announcement because ain't no way I'm letting my aunt do this. Yeah.
So basically the announcement's happening. They have this virtual reality image of Ashley going on. People are like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Out of nowhere, boom. They come through like Stone Cold with the beer truck.
Was it Stone Cold with the beer truck? I can't.
And they crash it, and they basically just cut to black into a few I don't know if they said like a few months later. I can't remember they giving the time.
It's like the real Miley Cyrus coming out.
Yeah, Ashley has changed her whole music thing. She's like punk rock and stuff. She's performing and everything. They have a quick image of some old fans of Ashley.
Ooh, they were not feeling that.
I hate this. I don't like this.
They ran out.
They leave, but all the other fans is, you know.
But I felt like this was again something that could happen. All of these episodes could happen.
Yeah.
We're almost there. This technology might actually be out, but you know they don't want to debut it because things like this could happen.
Yeah, that's the thing that of Black Mirror that really captures your attention. Like I said before, they do enough with the sci-fi where it's interesting. To like, oh man, that's cool, but it stays still so close to reality of the issues and problems that we have in reality. It was just like, man, this is not only interesting, I can relate to this.
Yeah.
Like with Striking Vipers, you know, we play video games all the time.
Right.
People go through things in their marriage where, you know, other things may, you know, take interest.
Would you be cool with being fully immersed in a video game like that? Would that be something you'd be interested in?
I don't know how I feel because when they first started fighting in the episode you get hit,
yeah, you can feel
I'm like, I want to play a fighting game to, you know, fight. I don't want to get hit. Like, I don't want to feel that. Maybe if there's a feature where I can't feel it, then, you know, that's fine, but...
I mean, it's like Street Fighter. It's not Mortal Kombat because Mortal Kombat would probably be like, I'm not.
I don't want to feel my neck being ripped off from my body. Get over here.
We don't need that. But like, you know, some combos, some kicks.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What failed?
Nothing failed.
Okay. Alright. Keep going.
Striking, let's do 1 out of 5.
Okay, Striking Vipers, I'm gonna give it 4.
Yeah, I give it 4 too.
Yeah.
Give it 4 too. Enjoyed it, just these episodes won't leave me wanting more too.
Yeah, of course. You're like, dang, I wish there was like 3 other episodes for this season, but they hit us with 3. And like, yeah, they are pretty long, but yeah, for Striking Vipers, I'm gonna say 4.
Smithereens, I'll say 3.
I'm gonna say 3.5. I liked it.
You know what? I would have loved Smithereens probably more if it was directed by Quentin Tarantino. Because I would have felt like there would have been like, because in Quentin's movies,
more bloodshed.
There more bloodshed. The dialogue would have hit more. Because I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of taking place in just one aspect. Like the most interesting part really is just them in the car, which I understand that's the main point. But when they cut the other scenes, it's not really, you know, like.
I think what really, you know, what ties it together is the social media aspect too. Yeah. So while Smithereens folks are over here like, oh, we got all his information, his password, he last logged in on this date, whoop whoop, and we tapped into his phone. We got the kids on the sideline sending their little messages, and we got the police that don't know what's going on, which is
the gun real or not?
What is this? Like the negotiator had to leave.
Yeah.
But
the negotiator got out there quick too.
Where are the keys? So yeah, I'd say 3.5. But I mean, I think it's out of all the episodes, I think it's the most real one. And then
hits home the most.
Right, it hit home for me at least. Rachel, Jack, and Ashley too. I'd give that I don't know what I give that one.
I think I'd give it a solid 4. Solid 4 because I just Miley Cyrus did great in it. Like all those other actresses and actors and stuff, and they did a good job too. Miley really helped carry this episode, and even just talking through just a little doll. I feel like I enjoyed that as much as seeing her actually on camera.
We honestly did not know where these episodes were gonna go.
Yeah.
Because I think even with Striking Vipers, like when you watch it, they first go into the game and it's like, all right, we can fight, cool, and then boom. I'm like, whoa, wasn't expecting that one. No. And then the conversations that come after that, but yeah.
Polar bear.
Hashtag polar bear.
A polar bear.
But let us know what you guys think of these episodes. I know we missed some Easter eggs. Let us know what Easter eggs you found.
Tell us what your favorite episode was.
Yeah.
Tell us what some other things that you would like to see from Black Mirror.
Yeah, what else can they do?
They can do a lot, honestly. It's just, like, who knew we was going to get something like the Striking Vipers episode?
You're right. They can do a lot. But I feel like they touched on a lot already anyway. But, yeah.
I think one of the best things Black Mirror can do now is just a lot of these characters that they've brought before, they need to bring them kind of together in some sort of way.
That'd be cool.
The Black Mirror Initiative.
Right. And with that, like, comment, subscribe. We're again YouTube, WOTX.com,
right.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
BlackPeopleMeet.com, MyGhetto.com.
We deleted all those accounts. All right, y'all.